entirely free and enjoy more of what the world has to offer in this action one, because this is where most human beings screw the pooch.
So a little one-person trampoline. Very,
I screen shared it. Like, there's no excuse. Like, phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. So. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Tanner Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best version of yourself, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. Let me go ahead and get a subtitle on here for today, our banner. We're reacting to a video that I liked a lot. And it's pretty much inspired me. One of my buddies had sent it to me yesterday. And man, I can't help but want to think about it more and try a piece of it out for myself. Chris Williamson, he is a big podcaster. He is a Modern Wisdom podcast. He absolutely juggernaut now. But he talks about not drinking alcohol for 1,000 days. 1,000 days without the booze, without the bottle. And I've been thinking about this and how it impacts my business and how it impacts the people that I work with. And to be blatantly honest, whenever there was portions of my life where I was sober, like I just got more stuff done. I just felt better. I just was able to have this motivation and this charge to me but I've never done like 100 days or 1,000 days or anything crazy like that. So today's episode, we're going to go over some of the benefits from the one main video Chris had posted, him going 1,000 days without alcohol. We're going to go over a couple of the bigger points. And then I'm not saying that you need to join the sobriety club or the whole, it's bad. You're a bad person if you drink alcohol. You're a bad person if you smoke weed. You're a bad person if you use nicotine. You're a bad person if you do any of that kind of stuff. It's not going to be that one of those types of videos, because in a lot of cases, I think moderation's good, but I've also never gone a long period of time without it. And so let's go ahead and jump to the board. We're going to go over a few of I have the link for the original video by Chris in the description below, and I'm not going to go over every single one of his lessons and tips. I'm going to go over selfishly the ones I like the most and the ones that I'm looking forward to helping improving. So these tips and benefits will be for you guys if you look to quit booze for a while, or you're just looking for some type of motivation to quit. And then we'll talk more about how I'm going to try and incorporate this in my own product and business and et cetera, et cetera. Let's go ahead and get to the whiteboard. Episode 202. Oh my gosh, in the 200s, 202. Talking about 1,000 days sober. A 1,000 days sober reaction video for Chris Williamson, absolute dog. And for key reference, I personally am going to be aiming for 100 days. So if you want to join me, if you want to be my companion on this, skipping out on the bottle and trying it out and testing it out, I am doing 100 days. So if you want to start, I'm already a couple days into it and been practicing meditation a lot. I figured that'd be a great time to start. So what are some benefits that Chris had talked about in the 1,000 days of being sober? Number one, productivity. It makes a lot of sense on a productivity basis when I think about the weekends that I absolutely didn't do anything but kind of hang out, relax, read a lot of books, work on the projects that I'm trying to work on. Productivity continued to rise. There's something about when you don't have to spend the first half of your morning recovering. We've talked about sleep cycles a lot and how it takes 2, even 3 weeks to reset your sleep cycle. So that means going to bed at the same time and getting up at the same time. And if you do not do this, then we feel tired throughout the week, or at least we shouldn't be surprised that we feel tired. So productivity goes up. So just having more time, whether it's over the weekends or over the weeknights, or just feeling more energetic and being able to start. And we just talked about the 20 hours of learning something new. The hardest part, in my personal experience, I don't know about you guys, hardest part is getting started. Getting started is by far the hardest part. I'll spend just years. Shout out to one of my good friends, Lane, and he's a video editor. And I look at this stuff and I just want to crumble because I can't stand it. And then I see him, he's just diving into it, and then it gets simpler and simpler when you're really looking at it, and you're thinking, oh man, so just getting started and being more productive in general is great. Number two, so first is productivity. Second, he talked about just habits. We talked about getting started and building habits. The main habit that I want to carry over my 100 days, again, I'm not doing 1,000. We're going to see how it's going after 100. But my 100 days habits like meditation. And I'm not saying you have to meditate in order to find peace in your life and to enjoy it. But I've been doing it more and more frequently. And from personal experience, there's something about how things are just calmer. I feel more confident. And my mind isn't just racing back and forth so much. So I highly recommend meditation. And meditation can be something as simple as just once every couple hours, you're just taking 5 breaths. 5, because good quality breathing isn't as involuntary as we thought. So taking the time to relax and breathe a little bit is very, very helpful. So meditation could be a habit, or maybe another habit could be working out. Working out. Maybe another habit could be meal prep. I would ask yourself, based off the 20-hour rule of yesterday's episode going in today, what are some good habits that you could take on if you had more energy and you had more time and you were sharper? And then the third one I would talk about are better friends. So again, the dice here and the dance would be to not judge people because they're not doing what you're doing. Just because someone is drinking alcohol and I'm not drinking alcohol at the moment doesn't mean they're a bad person. Doesn't mean that. Just understand that if you go this route and then you have people who are against you and they don't believe in what you're doing and they don't believe that you're doing it for the betterment of yourself, then they're probably not a good friend anyway, and it's probably maybe a red flag that you need to get new friends. So Chris had talked a lot about in the video how there was just times and people that the only thing they had in common was they were just getting drunk at the same place. And it's like, oh shit, okay. Well, if you're not bringing real value to each other and the friendship isn't beyond that, and then I would just really ask yourself, what is more important to you? Is it hanging out and getting that socializing time in? Or is it to remove yourself from that and focus on things that maybe it's projects, maybe it's business ideas, maybe it's having a healthier lifestyle, like working out or eating healthier, whatever it may be. This is for you to decide. But me personally, just kind of thinking deep down, okay, what situations can I put in here for? I don't mind seeing all of my friends that I still currently see all the time. I absolutely love them all. But, if they cast judgment on me for not drinking or not participating in that, then that's just too bad. Because you got to ask yourself, is this for you or them? I wanted to highlight this point for you. Is it for you? Would you be quitting the 1,000 days sober, or are you quitting it for other people? Or would you not quit because of other people? So thinking of our own situation, this was when I was really thinking about it. Right now, I'm still early on in my business. I could use a lot more productivity. I could improve on my habits and creating more like-minded people who are farther along with me in business could really help me pull me out of my goals. So this would be for me and not them, other people. So again, if you get sucked into the whole like, oh, why are you doing that? How can you be doing that? You're missing out on life. And Chris in his video, I really liked how he put it. When it comes to, because this was a concern for me, I'm going to, by not drinking or just smoking pot or not doing these, having these indulgences in my life, by not having these, then I'd be missing out. I'd be missing out. But what am I really missing out on? Am I missing out on the opportunity to be the highest productive self? For me to miss out on building big businesses? Or is it me missing out on, like, what am I missing out on? And this is something I'm still confused about and still reflecting on it. And that's why I wanted to jump on here today and do an episode on it, because it's been in my mind quite a bit. But what are we really missing out on? If I just don't do any substances and I improve my work quality dramatically just over the next 100 or 1,000 days, where could my businesses be at? How could I support my family? What kind of trips could I go on across the world? Like, what is more important to me? Is it getting fucked up just on a Monday night? Or is it to really work and grind and get that extra in and create something, a product that can really help other people become the best version of themselves? So it's like, what is the real purpose here? What is my mission? And am I doing this for me? Am I doing this for them? What are we doing this for? So these are the things back and forth I just wanted to bring up to you guys today. Maybe you're thinking about, oh, well, Tanner, I don't want to be completely sober. Maybe I just want to bring the drinking down. Whatever that may be for you. Think of it and create your own way. I'm going on this, and I'm creating a new product with the one-page life plan that has the 5 pillars of personal development in it. And one of the pillars for the 90 days that you're in the coaching program, you do have to be sober. Is that something that you would be willing to do? Is that something that you're willing to take charge? It'd be the question of, how badly do you want to change? You got to change, right? But I'm going to start with 100, and I'll keep you guys updated. We'll keep popping back on the show, giving updates on it every 10 days or so whenever we're on here online. And also I left the link to Chris's full video for the 1,000 days being sober, so you guys can check that out. He had 2 or 3 more points that I thought were really good, like mental sharpness and a few other things I thought were great. But that's all I had for today. This has been running wild in my mind, so I wanted to share it with you all. That is it from me. Cheers. I'm out of here. You guys all have an amazing, great, fun-filled Tuesday. I got a busy one. I gotta bounce. But you guys keep kicking ass, taking names, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. Cheers.